Boom. We back. What it is, y'all? What is up? What is up? We have a lot to talk about today. We got a lot to talk about. Now, disclaimer. Before we get into this, hold on, I see a little unibrow. Sorry, brothers. I'm sorry. Just make sure I'm good on camera. I'm good? Oh, okay. I'll get the rest of that later. So, today we gonna get deep. The thing we gonna talk about today is very controversial. It ain't that controversial. I mean, everybody, we talk about it like every day, for real. It's all over the internet now, but I'm gonna give you a perspective on it. Relationships, situationships. It seemed like everybody is either talking about it, desires it, going through it, or is harping on it from the past. Today we're going to talk about what to do when you get cheated on. Hey, now, listen up. This is crazy. Listen up. I actually don't know that many people that have been cheated on. Low key, I don't think I know. I don't think I know that many people that have been cheated on. As much as I've heard about all that's going on. Let me get some chapstick on me too. I'm sorry. I'm looking at the. See, I wanted to look good for y'all today. I even brushed my teeth before I did this. I don't know that many people that have been cheated on. But I know a lot of cheaters. What is wrong with y'all? Why would y'all do that? What is wrong with y'all? I know a couple cheaters. I'm not gonna lie. I know a few. I'm ashamed. Well, I didn't do anything, but I know a few. We're gonna talk about what to do when you've been cheated on today. Now, it's 2023. There's honestly, in 2023, it's crazy because there's 1,000 ways to get caught cheating. There's 1,000 ways not to cheat today. Man, I'll explain each of these in a sec. And then there's actually, I'm just be honest, nigga, like there's honestly 1,000 ways to cheat today. I mean, you've got there are so many devices you can the old ways in which you can cheat. You can cover up everything nowadays. You can have your fingerprints on somebody's panties and then get rid of the evidence with chemical inductions. I don't know. You can do anything today. But with social media, there's ways to discover somebody cheating, checking on people's DMs, looking through people's cell phones. There's ways. There's so many outlets today. If you don't like your chick, I mean, dang. Hold on. Is this on? Is this loud? I'm sorry. I didn't know that this is on. Hold on. My bad, y'all. I forgot that was on. Was that on the whole time? Damn. There's ways in which I hope that didn't ruin the video. Hold on. Let me find out. Okay, we back. Y'all gonna have to just deal with it. It was on. It's gonna be in the first 4 minutes of this video. Y'all just gonna, for the podcast listeners, if you're listening to the audio file of this, I am sorry. Hey, so back to what I was saying. Oh, damn, I forgot what I was saying. Let me go look at the video real quick. Okay. So I got what I was saying. Yeah, I was saying, so it's so many outlets today that if you don't like your partner, you don't like your chick, you don't like your mans, really, you can find a way. Well, one, the easiest way is just say, hey, look, I don't think this is working out, or now like real, like when I say there's so many outlets today, there's people polyamorous for relationships are more people are more open to that. People, there's couples that do what, like a hall pass or something like that. That's what they call it. You're doing your partner has a freebie. They have a free opportunity to have sex with somebody else, or you know what I mean. They got all types of. This is the generation of experimentation. Okay, I mean it's always been that generation, but now they doing it openly. Y'all, it ain't really no excuse to cheat like that today, because it's just like you can ask your chick to have more chicks on Christmas. You know what I'm saying? You can honestly, you can do. I don't know. I mean, I guess I'm speaking for a certain demographic, I guess, because like I'm sure there's some married people, or there's some couples where you want the partner's like they're super conservative or whatever the case may be. I ain't going for all that. You mine and mine only. I get that. There's definitely some of that out there, but cheaters. The purpose of this video isn't necessarily to tell you how to cheat. It's to tell you what to do if you get cheated on. Okay. So, and by the way, I'm not a relationship expert. I'm just gonna give you what I would do. Say you got a girl, or you got a guy. In this case, I'm a guy, so I got a girl. And we as a couple, we was dating maybe 2 or 3 years. Let's say 4 years. 2 years, I got to know her. 2 years, we lived together in our apartment. Okay. And, that's technically, nowadays, that's a long relationship. 4 years? 4 years? Let's say, I don't know, it was good for the first 3. The last one, it's been kind of trippy, I'm thinking, we're not thinking about breaking up, but we ain't really messing with it. We ain't effing with each other, okay? But we sticking in there. And let's say my girl decides to cheat on me, okay? Sneaky. She was sneaky. She was on some sneaky link type stuff. And she cheats on me multiple times, not just once. It's probably, honestly, if somebody's cheating, it's rare that they're just cheating once. I mean, unless they're a very moral person. If they're a moral cheater, if they're a moral cheater and they've only cheated on you once, then okay, I'm gonna tell you right there, you can work with that. You can actually work with a moral cheater, okay? A person that cheats once and really regrets with it, that relationship, it might hurt at first, but that can be mended, okay? Now, you probably are going to have to deal. I wouldn't recommend that. I wouldn't recommend just completely overlooking your partner cheating on you one time, even if they're really, really feel bad about it. The reason why I say that is you may be able, they may be good, they may feel bad about it, but you may never let that go unless you address it. And you can forgive a person. If I, like I said, girl cheat once, you feel really bad about it, I can forgive her. And move on. I wouldn't recommend that. I wouldn't do that. If it were me, I would forgive her. I'd also cheat on her back once, just once, because it cancels everything. It cancels it. It makes it even. So at least I'm not like she did it and I did it. So now we can start. It's a restart button. We reset the relationship. But this is what I really would do. That I'm not that type of person. I don't got it in me. I'm gonna keep it a buck with you. I can be sneaky, but I'm not malicious enough. I'm not malicious enough. Like I can be. I have a nigga side to me. I do. I got it in me, but like I'm not a dog. I'm just not like, you know what I mean? Like there's some brothers. It's like there's a difference between a lion and a cheetah. Okay, there's a difference between a lot of niggas like hyena niggas and a cheetah. You know what I mean? I'm a cheetah. Okay, I can scrap, but like I'm more gentle. I'm rough around the edges. I can tap into the warrior side, but I'm not a hyena nigga. You know what I mean? A hyena, they just savage. They're ruthless. It's just like, like they're attacking dirty pussy. Excuse me. Okay, so back to what I'm saying though. What I would do though, and what hyenas would do. No, excuse that. Cheetahs would do. We together 4 years. She 2 years in our apartment together. The last year, the 4th year, she decides to cheat on me. I find out. It doesn't matter how I find out. She does it to me multiple times. I find out. Not a lot. Let's say she did it like 2 or 3 times she cheated with somebody. Okay. I find out. She comes back home after work one day. Sit down and talk. Nah, actually, screw that. I just let her know I know. Or maybe not even do that. That's up to you. I honestly, minimum communication. I pack up my bags, get my stuff out the crib. And now this situation might be different. If y'all sharing a lease together, that's gonna y'all gonna have to work all that out. That's different. But say you were living with her. And that's why, nigga, you always that and brothers and sisters, I don't want to throw y'all under the bus. I'm sorry. Brothers in these relationships, make sure it's financially a little bit skewed. It's 2023. Let them be the breadwinners, okay? Okay. hey, let them. Hey, I'm not saying take advantage of the sisters. I'm not saying that. But I'm just saying you don't always got to be the financial breadwinner, okay? You can be financially dependent, okay? And I'm not saying take advantage. Like you get what I'm saying. I'm not saying like leech off you. We ain't pimping. We ain't on that. That's corny. Like that's an old different conversation. Pimping in 2023, it don't hit the same. It's not like the older generation, like where they was pimping in the 70s and 80s and 90s and like really 70s and 80s. Like pimping ain't the same anymore. It's kind of corny to me, at least. I'm not really impressed with a nigga that's like taking advantage of females financially and then got them, doing sexual manipulation. Like, nah, it's sexually manipulating them, pimping them, and then playing. Nah, that's kind of corny to me. But you ain't got to be the person control of everything, okay? Financially, okay? So anyway, back to what I'm saying. We at the crib, boom. Her crib. I found out she cheated on me. I pack my stuff and I leave. I don't answer her phone calls or have any communication with her for 2 to 3 weeks. Nothing. She wakes up one day, a Monday or Tuesday. I'm assuming all this, what I'm about to tell you. She gets up for work, gets her clothes on, gets her badge, maybe goes into the kitchen, gets her a breakfast bar, puts on her high heels. She's all ready to go to work, gets the keys, gets her purse, opens up the front door, turns around and locks it with her key, walks to her car, gets in her car, and she pushes the button to start the ignition and turns on the car and it's about to take off. But then she stops. She notices something. She turns off the car by pressing the push button. She unbuckles her seatbelt. She opens up her door and gets halfway out of her car. She looks and then gets fully out of her car. She swings the door right back behind her and walks to the front of the hood of the car. And she looks down. My initials keyed on the hood of her car in big bold letters. That's the type of stuff brothers need to be doing, okay? If you get cheated on, I'm look. I'm not encouraging violence. That's not violent. That's property. Okay? That ain't violent. Brothers, some of y'all like with the macho stuff, y'all need to cut all that out. Brothers that's like, because I've seen videos where dudes, and I've heard it through the grapevine or whatever you call it, people talking like, all this like, I can beat up a girl because she cheated on me. That's corny, bro. Stop that. That's corny. But sometimes you gotta out-woman a woman, okay? And women, vice versa. For my women audience, my women listeners, you gotta outman a man, okay? Okay? I waited. Never act irrationally off emotions. Never do something immediately. Unless, if it's like, if you have the opportunity to like somebody hit you, boom, you hit them right back. Okay, that's different. If you can go, if you one of those people, you can go outside next door and go lay it down on somebody who lives right next to the apartment. You can cheat immediately. Okay, well, if you could do that, go ahead and do that. Okay, but I'm just saying, not all of us gotta like that. I ain't got no. I mean, I can make some calls, but I can't do all that. That ain't me. Boom. So I gotta take the more strategic, long-winded approach, but it's effective. Okay. Or another scenario. On my way out, say she doesn't want to see me. She says I'm leaving the apartment, or say this time she lives in my apartment, okay? And she's not there. She's at work. I found out she's cheated. Don't say anything. Don't tell her you found out. Or ladies, don't tell him you found out. Go into the closet when they're not home. Look on the ground. They probably, if they are a cheater, their shoes are on the ground. Probably in a shoebox. Open up the shoebox of their favorite shoe. Text Bay, cheating Bay, and tell her, come through tonight. I want to cook for you. And send her the smiley, the emoji with the hearts on it and the smile. Or say something sexy. Actually, screw that. Make it sexy. Say, for the ladies, say, I'm cooking tonight, daddy. You want to eat? And then put a devil sign next to it. You got the shoes. You got the shoes, right? And then you got their favorite shoes. And I want you to go into that kitchen. Put some water in a pot. Take that pot of water and put it over top of a stove and heat it up to 450 degrees. Okay? And make sure this pot has a hat or whatever you call it, a pot, whatever, you know what I'm talking about, a top. And put the shoes inside the pot and let them niggas boil. But now don't burn your house up, because I'll probably start. I would turn it on, and then put it in as soon as you hear the person at the door. Nah, screw that. Let them boil before they get there. But don't burn your house, okay? It'll probably just mess up inside. Don't burn your house. Boil them niggas, okay? You do that. Call. I mean, I would actually cook something because you'll probably be hungry waiting. I would actually cook something. And make it look nice. Make it look real nice. Make some good food. But a lot of y'all can't cook. So y'all are going to have to order. Order Nando's. Get him some chicken livers. Because it looks gourmet. Make the chicken livers look gourmet. Put it on a plate. Okay? Get you some fancy plates. If you got to run to Target, go get you some fancy plates. Buy them. Get you some fancy plates for $7 to $8. There's got to be some fancy plates. Don't stay in the line too long because you got to get back home because the shoes is boiling. Put the chicken livers and the mashed potatoes or whatever you got on the plate. Make some for yourself because you're going to eat too. You're going to enjoy this theater. You're going to enjoy this show when he gets here or she. Get some rose pellets, a bottle of champagne, and some candles. Dim the lights or turn them off. Some of y'all live in an apartment that's dirty and roachy, so you won't be able to do that part. But, hey, turn the candle on, make it look sexy as you possibly could, and invite him home or invite her home. Eat the meal with them and ask them after you guys had your little meal if they want more before they finish. If they want more. Now make sure you turn off the stove boil because you don't want the shoes to burn to a crisp. You still want some of the formation, the formality, the formity or shape of the shoe to still exist, but you want half of it to be melted, okay, into the liquid boiling water. And while they're not finished, I want you to get that boiling pot of shoes, and I want you to take them niggas, and I want you to dump that on they plate right in front of them. Now, ladies, be safe, be careful, because some of these niggas are crazy. I don't want them to put their hands on you. I don't want them to do that. But fellas, at least if she swings, we're a little bit bigger so we can take some of them, but some of these girls hit like men, and they're quick to jump for them knives or some type of glass or some kind of object that can cause bodily harm. So when you dump her stilettos on her plate, I want you to get the hell out of there, nigga. She's gonna, matter of fact, scratch that. Just take her out. Don't do this at home. You don't want her to burn up your apartment. Okay, that's the last thing you want to do. There, you've got neighbors. You've got people that live in the apartment complex with you. Don't kill Jimmy next door. Okay, you don't want to set the apartment complex on fire. Okay, just because your girl cheated. Okay. Now. I know some of y'all are listening to this and like, Michael, are you serious? I know some of y'all are listening to this. Listen, I think this is a positive alternative. I really do. I think this is a positive alternative to, for example, a guy beating his girl after she cheats. I think this is a positive alternative to a woman sleeping with her boyfriend's brother or father after he cheated on her. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes being petty is safer, okay? Take them stilettos and them Air Jordans. Nah, get his Nikes. Get his Nikes and dump them in the boiling water, okay? And make sure they're his favorite pair of shoe. And after you burn them joints and they melt, I want you to run. Hey, I want you to run. If your person is abusive, I want you to run. No, matter of fact, if your man is abusive, I don't recommend doing this at your house. Do it in a public space, okay? Do it where there's people around that you can hide behind, okay? Matter of fact, invite your family to the same restaurant so they got your back. Oh, God. But honestly, seriously, in a world where people cheat, I think everything doesn't have to be physical, okay? Everything doesn't have to be an anger issue. You don't have to act off of furiousness, okay? Like I said, don't act on irrational emotions after you done been cheated on. Breathe. Take a sec. Now, some of y'all, hey, real talk. Let me clear this up real quick. Let me clear this up. Some of y'all are too pressed, and I know what it's like to be pressed. Let me explain something to y'all. I dated for like the first 3 years after college, I would say. And I wanted a girl badly. I wanted it so badly, blah, blah, blah. It didn't take until like I had like one or two really bad ones for me to be like, okay, I like dating and I like females and all, but like, I'm not like, I don't need this anymore. Like it's a supplement or a luxury. You know what I'm saying? It's complimentary. That's what I mean to say. It's not a necessity. You know what I mean? Like I see a lot of girls, and now it's easier now that I'm older. Like I don't really got to work as hard now. That's crazy. When a niggas, yeah, now y'all want to holler at a brother. Okay? Now when a nigga, he's out the game, y'all want free invitations. It's like, no. It ain't really nothing to like mess your stress, like to be stressed out over like dating like a partner in 2023 when your bag ain't where it need to be. Like some of y'all really ain't got a bag to be chasing after people like that. Like y'all bag not really even, y'all ain't even got a bag like that. Like, and y'all harping over like females and y'all harping over males. Like y'all situation not straight. It's so corny, bro. That drain that's champ, bro. That's what the little kids be telling me. They be saying that's champ. That's whack, bro. Real talk. No funnies. That's champ, bro. You don't need to be doing that. It's corny. It's corny. It's beyond corny at this point. 2023 to be doing all that? No, that's a headache. Relax. And when you get to the point where, especially with guys, when y'all get to the point where you don't need to be with a woman, you could never allow a woman to emotionally stir you to put your hands on a woman after she cheated on you. You can never allow a woman to get to you by cheating. Nothing she can do could really get to you. If you really a stand-up brother, like your love game, and females got this a little better than guys, but then you have extreme cases with females where they're like, oh shoot, like, oh, these women are throwing themselves at men. You got extreme cases like that. But for the most part, I do see with girls, I see a lot of times they do a good job of separating professional life, career from love life. But yeah, bro, that's champ. Don't be out here pressed over females. Don't be out here thirsty. I got one of those personalities, right? I got one of them personalities where I'm very carefree. I'm a social butterfly. I'm very innocent, like, you know what I mean? And I think naturally, because of how nice and cuddly and pillowy I am, sometimes females mix that up with like an advance, like I'm trying to holler. I'll be like, yo, like, shawty, like, real talk, like, you're beautiful. You're gorgeous, but chill. I wasn't even thinking like that. Unless you're gonna feed me, I'll get butt naked if you gonna feed me. Hell, you gonna give me some food? Oh yeah, okay. But nah, I'm not. You don't have to be. It's no reason to be pressed. Secondly, like, it's so many women out here nowadays, like single women that are like just like looking to mingle. And fellas, I mean, I wonder, I think it's, in a weird way, I do think it's harder for, it's weird, because women will say that it's harder for them to date. I think it's harder for maybe basic and mediocre looking women to date. I hate to say it like that. I'm just gonna keep it a buck with y'all. I'm just being honest. Mediocre and beauty is in the eye of the beholder, but let's say according to societal beauty standards, those of you who look basic and mediocre, it might be a little bit harder for y'all to date. And you feel like, oh, shoot, it's easy for guys to date. I understand that. But if you're sexy, if you are a beautiful looking woman, I don't think it's that hard for you to date, because guys just constantly throw themselves at you. And it's kind of like, honestly, as a guy, I'm going to keep it a buck with y'all. Some of y'all brothers, guys, fellas, let's do a better job of not being so pressed. Let's do a better job. I'm gonna be more specific when I say pressed. Let's do a better job of not hollering at women. Let women holler at us. Let's do a better job of just like kind of being focused. It's 2023, especially for my black brothers. Like, hey, brothers, fellas, my niggas, like, real talk, like, it's 2023. It's the time for black men specifically to be about us. Our mental stability, our health, mental health of black men. It's 2023. We need more black male me time to get our stuff together. We need more black male therapy sessions. We need more we need more niggas that's just straight up like, hey, I think you sure, hey, look, ma, you bad, you a biddy, like, but I need to concentrate on myself right now. Like, we need more of that. Just to get in our bag, we need more like, hey, real talk, I don't need to be hanging around you. I really don't need to be hanging around my guys like that right now. I just gotta concentrate and get myself to a place where I'm happy, where I feel like I'm stress-free, and where I'm financially secure. We need that. 2023. Females, ladies, y'all issue is, I'll start with the quote unquote the bad girls. Like, for the baddies that have constant men coming at you, I know that's hard, and I feel for you, sister. Like, sisters, like, I know it's probably scary at certain points where you can't go anywhere without strangers coming up to you, strangers in your DMs, strangers. This is why I kind of looked at DM. I kind of stopped DMing women, actually because of my sister, because like I remember seeing a time where a guy like kind of DM'd her, and it kind of weirded her out because they just had like a very subtle engagement. I guess she went talked to him about information for a job or something like that, and then he didn't even DM her. He texted her, but it was on some like very casual stuff, and she was kind of weirded out by it. And I was like, oh, why do you feel? Why you not go text him back? Why do you feel weirded out by it? But she was like, I don't really know him. And he kind of just texted me like, and I was like, oh snap, like. She was taken back by just the nigga like going out of the role that she met him in, or like the setting that she met him in. She met him in a professional setting, but he hit her casually up, so she was kind of taken back by that. And I was like, dang, that really made you feel like that? And I'm like, I'm looking at it as a guy, as a brother. I'm like, yo, shit. I done that 1,000 times. That dream made me I was like, yo, I had a double take. I'm like, yo, is this how I look? So I'm trying. I don't like really like to DM girls like that anymore. I might hit up a girl randomly for music, and that's not even on no like sexy stuff. But like sometimes I just hit up random niggas to just like, I just want to see if this nigga. Let's see if they bite on this. Let me send them my mixtape. Maybe they'll buy it. Nah. But DMing, yeah, fellas, like the DMing thing, I think that's pretty much dead. Like we don't gotta really do that no more. I mean, we can, but like, you know, just be mindful. Be mindful. If she's sexy, if she's got 1,000 million followers, there's not anything that you're saying that hasn't already been said by 1,000 other niggas before you. I'm just letting you know. So the ladies that have to go through that, I don't really got advice for how to prevent that because I don't know if it's preventable. Minimizing social media maybe, but I hate to say, hey, I hate to put that on you. You gotta change your life because of thirsty Negroes. I don't know, but for the mediocre, for the basic chicks or the women that just haven't had luck out here, the thing that separates women that aren't getting men advancing on them constantly and the thing that separates the quote-unquote basic chicks from, I hate to call it, yeah, nobody's basic, but yeah, I'm just using this for the women that probably aren't having success dating. What separates the basics from the baddies is the energy. I notice a lot of girls that are decent looking girls, but they're kind of pressed to be with a man, and it kind of shows. It's kind of scary because it's like an act of desperation. I'm like, sweetheart, like you're a woman. You ain't gotta beg to be with no man. You are a woman. This is an unfortunate reality, but this is an unfortunate reality that in a weird way is to an advantage. Not really an advantage, but like it's at your access. You have something between your legs. I hate to say it like that. That any man will try to be with you because you have. Now that's misogynistic, it's sexually objectifying, but it's the truth though. It's also the truth. There's a lot of men, some men will chase after a female just because she has a breast, she's got these, and she's got, she's got these and that, you know what I'm saying? In this, So, I mean, you don't gotta be desperate for a man. At least not, like I said, in a lustful manner. Now, as far as finding a good man, yes, I understand the concern, especially for some of you that may probably, you get into your 30s or something. You're getting older or something. I understand the concern of maybe you even dating and not finding a good man, or the man that you want, Mr. Right or Mr. Happily Ever After. I understand that, but your energy and your pool of applicants can determine your success rate with this relationship. Stop not being confident. Stop looking like you want a man and look like you got a plethora of niggas at your disposal. Okay? Like Callie said, I got roster, pasta, something, white boys on my roster, on my, you know what the nigga said. You got options. Look like that. And fellas, you need to have that too. Fellas are actually a lot better at doing this when they don't have options. Fellas are a lot better at manipulating appearance and manipulating women to think they got more options than they do. Because sometimes these niggas be lying. Brothers be lying. They be lying out of their teeth. But women kind of gotta read that game. And that's what I was saying about the earlier statement about women acting more men, or at least learning the game of men, and fellas learning the game of women. You gotta look. Sexy is not always just a look. Sexy is an attitude. Sexy is a spirit, dog. It's something like, you can feel it. It's an aura. You know what I'm saying? It's not just like a look all the time. You can have nothing on. You can have nothing on and be sexy. So when you have stuff on, you just got to be sexy. You know what I'm saying? You got to be confident in your steps. Like, you can this is my homegirl said this in college. You can F a nigga and put him to sleep. You can have sex with a brother and put him to sleep afterwards. Or you can splurge on a brother. Like, you can splurge on a brother. Like, you cute enough to not do anything and somebody to pay for you. That's how you got to walk around. Or you have to have confidence in yourself to know who you are, where you ain't got to be like, oh, guys aren't really looking at me, and they're looking at her, but they're not really sliding in my DMs like that. And all men are terrible. Men are all the same. They only want booties and tits, and you ain't gotta do all that. Now, yeah, fellas, I think I hit y'all. I think that's good enough for now. I think I gave. Did I give you good advice? Did I wrap it up on the good advice? This video was actually about cheating. Oh, well, that actually ties into everything. So, if your self-confidence level is up, fellas, sisters, if your self-confidence level is up, when you get cheated on, it ain't really nothing you couldn't handle, because one, you could have somebody on your roster, as Callie would say, or two, the emotion of being slighted, it ain't really hurting you, meaning like slighted, or like what somebody did to you, like on some Bama type stuff, like what somebody did to you was foul, it won't really affect you like that, because you're rock solid in who you are. I'm not saying just allow a person to cheat on you. I'm not saying that at all. But you solid, so it ain't really affecting you. You get what I'm saying? You can let it roll off your shoulder. Handle it, but it ain't really hurting your feelings. Or the approach that I would take, the get back approach. So that way, my bad. So that way it's a clean slate. Real talk. You ain't really going forward with no baggage. I'm just being honest. I can only be honest. Like, to be in a relationship with somebody and to have something killing you inside, you can't. I wouldn't be able to do that. So it would have to be like, it would have to be either we take a break or just do it back. But that is a peaceful alternative. And it's something that you can build from. And I think it's fair. That's the main part. Like I said, I'm a man. I'm a sensitive dude. I'm very I'm a emotional, I guess you want to say, like emotional, likely in tune with whoever I'm dealing with. A lot of y'all are just heartless and evil. No, a lot of y'all like can just do stuff and let stuff rush off your shoulders. If I'm involved with somebody and I'm investing in somebody, I'm putting time and effort into them, and I put my trust and loyalty and love in them, and they do me dirty. I'm talking about, in order for me to get back to the point where we're cool, even though I probably will never look at them completely the same again, but in order for us to get back to the point where at least we're cool, is this turning over? I'm gonna have to like do something to make it a clean slot. It's gonna have to be a clean slate. Yeah. And that's the peaceful approach. That way, you know, I ain't hitting nobody, killing nobody, doing nothing to put her life in danger, vice versa. We can start all over. I did you dirty, you did me dirty. That's how I look at that. But so you got it. You got the 3 pieces of advice. Let me know what y'all think in the comment section. We are on Spotify now. Y'all know that, right? We on Spotify now. So boom. We on Spotify. We're on iHeartRadio. I think we should be on Apple Podcasts by the time I put this one out. But we lit, y'all. We going up. Mike Fulahope Podcast. Hope y'all enjoy. Stay tuned for the next episode. Peace. Yes, sir.